God, that's bright. I can't sleep. And I'm hungry. And I feel like shit. And I want to draw. But I don't want to draw because I feel like it's just going to confirm the fact that I can't draw. I want to feel worse because I'm not sleeping. And I should be sleeping. Also, I just did one of those color palette tests after years of wondering because I just couldn't figure it out. I thought it was a cool winter or something. I thought I had to be winter. Turns out I'm a cool summer, I think, and I'm pretty happy with that because it makes the most sense. I know grey suits me, but I think black's a good color for me. I think black and white and grey and some shades of pink work for me, and nothing else really does. I'm kind of hungry, but I feel like if I go to get something to eat, I'll fucking eat myself for it. It's like 3 a.m. Why am I eating for 3 a.m.? Are you depressed? Are you sad? Some kind of sad bitch. I keep thinking the angle looks fine, and it never does it? Hello 911. Need a hairstylist up in here. Okay, good morning. Good morning. It's 2 p.m. because I woke up at 2 p.m. I didn't expect to wake up at 2 p.m. and I hate waking up late. But what does it matter anymore, really? I'm clearing my fucking desk. I'm such a fucking downer. Nobody wants to watch videos where someone's just fucking sad. That's the opposite of entertainment. Literally, get a grip. So, 2 drawings I tried to upload yesterday, for some reason wouldn't upload for hours, just like a really long time, and I don't know why, and I like reset my phone and everything trying to figure it out. And whenever I finally did upload them, it was 2 a.m. Not that I wasn't already awake. And I fell asleep with my laptop on because I lay there in silence for a really long time trying to fall asleep normally, and I couldn't, so I put my laptop on, just like started watching some YouTube, and the YouTube videos fucking affected my dreams and made them really fucked up, and this doesn't usually happen, but it happened this time. I had really fucked up dreams, and when I woke up I feel like my dream wasn't finished. But I had to get out of bed because it was 2 p.m. But it almost felt like a productive dream. You know the way you can have productive dreams kind of emotionally? Why was this sewing needle in there? Where did this come from? Anyway. And you can have like a dream and it's like relief and you wake up feeling a lot better. It felt almost like that, but I didn't feel finished. Come here. So these are the drawings I did last night. I think they're kind of plain Jane looking. I think they're just kind of boring. I think it might be something to do with the thick tipped black pens. I really wish I would focus. Yeah, there we go. The thick tipped black pens, but I used thick tipped pens before and it looked fine, but I didn't use pencil. Before drawing with a pen, I just drew the pen. I just used the pen and it gave me these really nice, wait, I'll show. Well, I was using Crayola markers before and I think I really like the black Crayola markers, but I can't just buy a pack full of black Crayola markers. I should do sketchbook tours on my sketchbooks whenever I run out of like content. So these are, you know, Crayola markers. And I guess a marker is different than what's this called? Intensity Metal Pro Ultra Resistant Permanent Marker. Yeah, I guess Crayola washables. Look at these cute little drawings, because I had all these clothes. I was going through shopping sites and it's just comedy. There's a lot of sad drawings in here. This is so fucking funny. And then there's just a bunch of this. Jeez, I wonder why my markers run out. Who do you think you are? Some of it's upside down because those are not the Crayola markers. Yeah, horses, see? This looks like a permanent marker. This looks like I used a permanent marker for this. But it still turned out kind of fine. You know, maybe I'm just being dramatic. Maybe if I use the these markers for long enough, I'll figure it out. I got a doo-doo in my butt. That song's been stuck in my head for like 3 days. This is kind of what I was looking for. One night I couldn't sleep and I was just, you know, doing little figures. I really like drawing characters. I really like drawing their outfits mostly. Get off. I think this drawing's cute. I know it's like dark or whatever, but I think it's cute. For my portrait video, celebrity portraits, go watch it. And subscribe also. Why am I still flicking through here? I found what I was trying to find. A little life painting from life. Every so often, okay, so I came back, I found my oil paints, and I bought a little bouquet of flowers to paint, because it's just what I do. But, turns out my red oil paint is kind of orangey, instead of red. Like, I don't know if I can get true. No, these pages are sticky. I don't know what, like, true red oil paint is. Like, will it always have a pink tinge or a red tinge? I can't. They're stuck together. That's for my 100 characters video. I've been thinking about these little guys ever since I did that. I think they're really cute. I got a doodle in my butt. It's from Rick and Morty, by the way, if you're like the one person who has watched Rick and Morty. Look at the little tree. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was doing with the Crayola markers. Am I gonna have to do this to fit the whole thing in? But then I can't use flash. But it's very dark without flash.
So what I'm doing is I'm adding more little details like shadows and stuff to make it more interesting, because right now it's just outlines. Like, it just doesn't look very good. It needs to be more of an interesting drawing. Something you want to look at, you know? And I could do that with color and shading, but I'd rather add, I don't know what it's called, like shading and texture and stuff, but with a pen, like they do. I always think of it as kind of storybook illustration, the way that they would draw something and then have all of these cute little details, like this dog here, right? I could just, on the edges, I could have some dog fur. Get some shapes. Well, there's already a shape. Get some like textures and stuff, and you know, dogs have like usually have masks around their face. They usually have, you know, a little nose. I'm a little dog. You know, now it's kind of a little dog. Kind of. The shadow here makes no sense. But I guess I drew it that way. I didn't really think before I drew it. A shadow here would make more sense. But it's kind of leaning sideways. Look like that. This leg should be over here. Meant to be to the front. But it's not. Dogs just sit like that, but I didn't reflect that on like the butt part of the anatomy. The tail is like kind of weird. Nothing about this dog makes sense, but that's okay because it's a cartoon. A lot of cartoonists obviously think they're meant to make sense, but you know what I mean. Nobody's looking at that. It's a sketchbook. Nobody's looking at it that closely. I also drew it very fast in the dark. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep adding little stuff, like maybe patterns on their clothes. Maybe she's a freckle there. And you know, like wrinkles and like clotheslines and stuff. Some shading in the hair. Forgot I was zoomed in. Whoops. But you know, stuff like that for all of them. Maybe make them a little more interesting. Because right now they're boring as hell. Oh. Most of the time,
adding more detail for me, at least, usually comes in the backgrounds than the characters themselves, because I like simple cartoony characters, and then I like kind of adding textures in the backgrounds of stuff, because it's easier to have a pattern in the background than patterns on a character, you know, I think, because like the world has so many more shapes than a cartoon character can have, if that makes sense. Like everything is just as detailed as each other, but if you're drawing a person, it's not as if you can draw every single skin cell. But if you're drawing a tree, what's stopping you from drawing the shape of the wood? What's stopping you from drawing, you know, there's like millions of types of trees, all with like different shapes and all with shapes within those shapes, and they all have a different, what's it called? The way they like branch out. Is that a pun or is that literally just the word? The way that they branch out is all different. Some branch out into two separate sprouts, some separate into three, I think some may separate into four. It all depends on the tree or the plant. And they all have different patterns on their wood, which you can like study and look up, and the leaves all look different, the way that they grow all look different, everything has different shapes. So that's like a lot more interesting than the characters, because they're just characters, you know, they have to be like one simple shape, if that makes sense. If it's moving around, it's going to be a lot harder to be complicated, but you know, you're inside, the wallpaper can have a nice texture to look at. On the floor there can be a carpet, there can be things on the ground, there can be like a window with billions of things outside of it, little statues, books, drinks, food. I'm literally looking around my room right now. Like a fan, a houseplant, some, you know, just things everywhere. You can always draw more things in the background, but you can't just keep adding things to a character. I think this might look slightly better now. I still don't like there's no real subject on the page, it's just, you know, stuff. And that's kind of not good, but it's still okay. It still looks better than it did first of all. Like I'm less ashamed to look at this page. And that's the goal. That was my goal here. Okay, so this is the page, right? Obviously, I think I could use a little pop of color, but it's honestly not that important because I'm done with it. There's like a weird space over here that's empty, but whatever, shit's done. Moving on to the next one. I think I actually have stuff. I actually have stuff over here that I'm just going to continue working on. You know, adding figures and stuff. I started in this sketchbook using actual human proportions instead of cartoon proportions. Just to see if it will get easier or I can find other ways to simplify it. And you know, I always want to comment on that, but my brain's not working right now. I made a lot of mistakes with the face, but you know, I just kept erasing it and doing it again, and then I googled the fucking Da Vinci face proportion chart. Because you know what? His advice is still good. The reference I'm looking at stops right here. It's just this. Well, it's really just this. It stops there at the boob. So I don't really know what like proportionally. I know in my head how a butt should look. So I want to Google. And yes, I did stop the recording just so I can say that I am Googling a reference. Because I feel like that's important to say. I'm Googling a reference right now. Wait a minute, let me see if this fits. Proportions. Da Vinci once again, because honestly, for some reason, I think his is the most helpful out of like even like modern references and shit they're all still modeled after him. I really like his line work. It's very light and very fluid. And then where the hell is the link? I clicked on it. Come here. Wee. And then I clicked on this link. Proportions of the human body and proportions of the horse. But then it says Carlo Urbino. Yeah, baby. Wow. Look at the detail on this scan. Jesus. Maybe I should start using fucking ink. Okay, anyway, so we're fucking looking at the fucking proportions. Let me zoom out again. There's the butt. Look at these lines drawn on the page. And then the fucking faded drawing. Is that on the other side of the page? Or what is that? Also, this is really helpful because there's no markings really of where the like proportions are. But I can see it. So let's just go back up here. Turn the light on. And I'm gonna go in with pencil, not the pen. I think I messed up this back, but I don't really care. It's not that important. So you know the fucking butt crack just starts here. So that's a butt. There's that muscle, don't know what it's called. Under the butt, you know, the upper thigh. Should probably be some fat there. Wow. Is that art? So what is she wearing? Shorts, I guess. What do shorts look like? I don't want to Google a shorts reference. What am I, a fraud? perpetrator of fraud. What did I just do? Yeah, whatever. Something's wrong here. But I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Why did I do that? I'm not making it worse at all. I'm improving it. By making it worse. You wouldn't get it. Whoops. Fuck. Okay. Where's my eraser? Wow, that's not messed up at all. What do I fucking... do that, huh? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's continue.